Hello everybody, Allie from Totero here. Welcome to another Sunday Fun Day. We are back to do our week ahead reading, and I'm going to continue using the decks that I'm working with this month. So today we will be using the Moonbaby Tarot as well as the Reclaim Oracle and the Pocket Appears Tarot tiles, Sawyer's Lenormand tiles, and Points to Ponder dice. So let's get started. So just like last time, well, last couple times, I have shuffled the decks already, but I'm just going to give it one more quick little... this week we're going to do it a little bit differently as well. We're going to have like one central card this week, kind of simplify it a little bit. Let's see. So this will kind of give us our thing to focus on this week. And we have the Queen of Cups, really delving into that spirit of love, maternal energy, loving, caring, all of those kinds of things. So that's pretty great. Let's see what our oracle will give us for the week. Ooh. Give us two. Okay, so we have discouragement and denial. You know, I am not quite sure which one to pick. Well, let's leave them both. So you may be feeling a little bit discouraged this week. You may be in denial about some emotional things you've got coming up that you need to face or work on. You may be encountering some emotional difficulties in a relationship or, you know, what have you. So there's some struggle with our emotions this week. So let's see what the peers have to say here. Actually, I'm going to scoot these up just a little bit, just so our tiles don't cover our words. There we go. All right, get yourself together, Allie. Okay, so we have the Three of Wands, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the feeling that we dove in too quickly to something here. We felt like we were on the right path. Everything was coming along really, really quickly. So we pretty much believed that we were aligned and we just went ahead for it. Maybe not completely planned out. You can see in this particular Three of Wands, he looks focused, but definitely still in the planning stages. But perhaps it's something that you didn't totally, completely have ready, and it's not quite panning out the way you want. So obviously you're discouraged, but you're kind of in denial about it. You don't really want to face that maybe you weren't prepared as you should have been. Or maybe it's not panning out the way that you want, and that's hard for you to admit. So let's see what we can think about going forward, what we can put into consideration. Let's see, so we have the Four of Wands. Death. And the Tower. Okay. So, to me, this is kind of... I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. So this to me is kind of indicating that this previous idea that you had, it might not be the right time for it, right? It might not be the exact way that it needs to be gone on about. It might not be the right way to go about it, That's what I was trying to say. So it may be time to kind of realign your vision, right? The tower is showing up for us here. So that is not always indicative of disaster. It is just change, right? It may be change you didn't see coming. Obviously, nobody plans for something to not pan out the way that they want. However, use this as an opportunity. Maybe let what you had planned, your preconceived notions, go. Let them go, right? And begin taking on this energy from the Four of Wands. Start marrying the four corners of yourself. Bring everything together. You might not have had everything in consideration here with the Three of Wands. And so now you are going to need to do maybe a little bit more work to kind of bring it all a bit better into focus before you go forward. And this situation may have been clouded by emotions. You may have been a little bit overly emotional about it, or too emotionally involved in it, not able to see it through logically and see it clearly for what it was. But now take the opportunity and wipe the slate clean. If you remain in denial, then you're not going to be able to move forward, right? So it seems like we need to kind of acknowledge the discouragement that we feel from a situation and honor those feelings. Sit with those emotions, be in those emotions, and then accept the change, accept that we need to maybe do things differently, and formulate a new plan. Bring more into consideration. Try and marry it together a little bit better. So that's actually pretty great. Now let's pull some Lenny tiles down here. So we have Lady. Again, that feminine energy. We have Tower. And we have Heart. Yeah, so again, I think we're just being kind of reminded of this feminine energy this week. Again, obviously the literal Queen of Cups is all about diving into emotion and working with that emotion. And, so usually when you see the divine feminine, you think of everything dainty, pretty. You think of love, hearts, fertility, motherhood, abundance, growth. Those kinds of things can kind of bring about, when you think about things such as like the Empress, or cards like that typically have quote unquote feminine energy. And the Tower showed up again for us. So the Tower again is just another reminder of changing views, of change that we are going to be going through, of things becoming different, right? And it's not necessarily a crisis. We just need to kind of adapt. And the Heart is here to remind us that we don't need to necessarily lose our compassion just because the way that things were is not going to be the same going forward. That doesn't mean we need to lose heart. Does not mean we need to lose courage. In fact, if anything, we need to be more courageous and tap again into our heart and really, as I said, realign with our vision of, okay, well, what do I want? What do I want this to be? What do I want this to become? What am I trying to achieve here? Let's go back to the drawing board and see what we can change, see what we can improve to go forward. So that's a very, very encouraging message, I feel, even if right now it may not feel so wonderful going forward. And so now let's finish up with some dice in our corners to give us kind of some cornerstones here. Oops, my goodness. Okay, so we have Eat, Who, Trust, and Shout. So basic care, when you think about it. It is literally eating, drinking, resting, right? It's all those foundational things that goes into self-care. And so I feel like that is a reminder that you need to not lose focus on yourself in the process of realigning what it is that you're going to be involved with going forward. You need to remember that you've got to take care of yourself before anything else. You've got to take care of the basic needs, or all of this isn't even going to matter, right? Who are you? As the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland asked. Who are you wanting to be? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to best? Really think about that this week. Maybe there's something to ponder in regards to how you've handled the situation and who that makes you out to be, and who you need to kind of be going forward. Up in the top corner, we have trust. So we do need to put in the work, yes, relinquish our previous ideas and get some new ones, but trust that when we go through the effort of marrying things together, of really bringing it all into focus and compiling things to be better, we need to trust that that work will be rewarded, that work will show us the results that we want. And then finally down here we have shout. So use your voice, be communicative, speak to those who have done what you are trying to do. Maybe gain some ideas from them as to how they went about it. There's all kinds of benefit that you can gain from other people who have had the same experience that you're going through, right? So maybe you need to reach out to someone this week. Do a check-in. Check in with someone who you trust. And remember that the most important thing is that you take care of yourself. And when you're able to take care of yourself, figure out who you are and what you stand for, what you want to achieve. When you let old ways die off and you go about it a new way, in a way that makes more sense for who you really are, and you trust that process, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So that, I think, is all I have this week. I hope that some of that resonated for you. I hope that, as always, you were able to tolerate my rambling. And I hope you all have a great week this week. And please let me know if you did have any of this resonate with you down in the comments. Let me know. Feel free to share this video anywhere, post it. Let people know that we're here. And follow me on Instagram if you would like. All my links are in the bio. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.